Sometimes, the quietest sacrifices are the ones no one ever sees, like a father slipping out before dawn, trading sleep for work, trading comfort for the hope that his son would never feel the sting of hunger. Our story begins in a small apartment. It sits nestled in a quiet American town. The morning light is still a hushed promise outside. A soft glow hints at the coming day. Inside, a lone figure stirs. This is Thomas. He moves with a quiet determination. His son, Leo, sleeps soundly in the next room. Leo's breathing is soft and even. Thomas glances at the small digital clock. Its red numbers glow faintly. It is 3:45 a.m. He begins to dress in the dim light. He chooses simple, practical clothes. They are well-worn but clean. Every movement is deliberate. He avoids making any noise. He does not want to disturb Leo's peaceful slumber. His son's dreams are precious. Thomas slips on his work boots. They are sturdy. They have seen many miles. The laces are tied with familiar efficiency. He picks up his lunch bag. It contains a mortar sandwich. A piece of fruit rests beside it. He adds a thermos of black coffee. It will be his companion through the long hours ahead. He takes one last look at Leo's sleeping form. A profound love fills his chest. It is a powerful, silent emotion. This love fuels his every action. He closes the apartment door with utmost care. The sound is barely a whisper. The hallway outside is still and dark. The building's old elevator hums softly. He takes the stairs instead. Each step is silent. He is a ghost in the pre-dawn quiet. The chill morning air greets him. It is crisp and invigorating. He pulls his thin jacket tighter. The streetlights cast long shadows. The town is still dreaming. He walks briskly towards the bus stop. His breath forms small clouds in the cool air. The bus arrives punctually. It is almost empty. A few other early risers share the ride. They are fellow quiet warriors of the dawn. They are heading to their own first shifts. Thomas finds a window seat. He watches the sleepy streets pass by. His mind drifts. He thinks of Leo's bright smile. He thinks of the small victories of each day. He thinks of the warm comfort of their home. He dreams of a future filled with opportunity for his boy. His first job is at a large warehouse. It is located on the industrial edge of town. The warehouse buzzes with activity. It is a hive of early morning commerce. Forklifts beep and whir. Pallets are moved with powerful machines. Thomas works on the loading dock. His task involves heavy lifting. He sorts incoming shipments. He organizes outgoing deliveries. The air is often cold. It smells of cardboard and diesel. His muscles quickly warm up. He moves with practiced rhythm. His body grows accustomed to the strain. Every box represents a small contribution. It is a piece of the puzzle. It helps keep his family afloat. The work is physically demanding. It is also mentally draining. He focuses on the rhythm of his movements. He pushes past the growing fatigue. The sun rises slowly. Its rays barely penetrate the vast space. He works tirelessly until his shift ends. The clock shows 11 a.m. He rarely takes a full break. He eats his sandwich quickly. He sips his coffee between tasks. His hands are already beginning to ache. They are calloused and strong. Small nicks and bruises often adorn them. These are badges of his labor. He does not dwell on the discomfort. There is no time for He punches out. He says a quick goodbye to his colleagues. They offer weary smiles. They understand the silent pact of hard work. He steps back into the daylight. The world feels brighter now. People are rushing about. Life has fully awakened. His next destination awaits. Thomas hurries to his second job. It is a delivery service. He drives a small van. He navigates the city streets. He delivers packages to homes and businesses. This job requires focus. It demands precision. He must follow routes efficiently. He must meet tight deadlines. The city traffic can be frustrating. He endures long periods of driving. He also carries heavy boxes. He climbs countless stairs. He walks many miles each day. He often parts far from his destinations. He saves a few cents on parking. Every penny truly counts. He uses a worn map. He relies on his memory. He knows the city like the back of his hand. He delivers small packages. He delivers large parcels. He interacts with many people. He always offers a polite smile. He projects an air of calm professionalism. No one ever suspects his exhaustion. No one sees the depth of his fatigue. He completes his route. The sun begins its slow descent. He returns the van to the depot. He logs his final deliveries. His shift ends at 7 p.m. His body is now thoroughly weary. His mind feels a little fuzzy. He still has one more job to go. His feet throb inside his boots. His back aches with a dull, persistent pain. He buys a microwavable dinner. It is often something simple. It is easy to prepare later. It is enough to sustain him. His third job starts at 8 p.m. It is a cleaning service. He cleans offices in a downtown high-rise. This work is solitary. It is quiet. It involves meticulous attention to detail. He empties trash cans. He vacuums carpets. He wipes down surfaces. He cleans bathrooms. The silence of the empty building is profound. It offers a different kind of challenge. He must fight the urge to simply sit down. He must resist the pool of sleep. He moves through the deserted floors. His movements are slow now. They are deliberate. Each swipe of his cloth is a small act of defiance. It is a refusal to surrender. He thinks of Leo again. He pictures Leo asleep in his bed. This image gives him strength. It renews his purpose. He works until midnight. Sometimes a little later, the final office gleams under his care. The trash bags are heavy. He hauls them to the loading dock. He steps out into the cool night air. The city is much quieter now. The streets are mostly empty. He catches the last bus home. The bus ride is a blur of exhaustion. He often closes his eyes. He leans his head against the window. He never truly sleeps. His body is on high alert. He worries about missing his stop. He worries about the time. He worries about leaving Leo alone for too long. He worries about the bills. He worries about everything. He finally arrives back at his apartment. It is usually past 1 a.m. The building is completely dark. A deep silence has fallen over everything. He opens his door silently. He slips inside. He removes his worn shoes. He pads softly to the kitchen. He heats his microwaved dinner. It provides a meager comfort. He eats it, standing up. He is too tired to sit. His bones ache with a deep weariness. His muscles protest every movement. He showers. Quick, the warm water soothes his sore body. It cannot erase the fatigue. He checks on Leo one last time. Leo is still sleeping soundly. A small nightlight casts a soft glow. It illuminates a few of Leo's favorite toys. Thomas smooths Leo's hair gently. He whispers a silent prayer. He asks for strength. He asks for guidance. He asks for health. He asks for a better future for his son. He finally crawls into his own bed. Sleep claims him almost instantly. It is a heavy, dreamless sleep. It is a desperate refuge. His alarm will ring again in just a few short hours. He will begin the cycle all over again. He will do it without question. He will do it without complaint. He does it all for Leo. Thomas is a master of disguise. He hides his profound fatigue. He keeps Leo's world bright. He wants it to be peaceful. He never lets his weariness show. His face might look a little gaunt. His eyes might be a little sunken. He always manages a smile for Leo. His voice is always gentle. He saves his energy for those precious moments. He wants to make Leo feel loved. He wants Leo to feel secure. He wants Leo to feel protected. He wants Leo to feel happy. Every evening, before his last shift, he tries to read to Leo. He sits on the edge of Leo's bed. He opens a worn storybook. His voice is a low murmur. It is soothing and calm. He reads tales of adventure. He reads stories of courage. His eyelids sometimes droop. He fights against the heavy pool of sleep. Leo never notices. Leo is engrossed in the stories. Leo is nestled comfortably beside him. These moments are sacred. They are fleeting but powerful. They sustain Thomas. They remind him of his purpose. In the mornings, before Leo wakes, he packs Leo's school lunch. He carefully chooses healthy snacks. He includes a small treat. He always leaves a small note. These notes are brief. They are filled with encouragement. They are scribbled on a napkin. Have a great day, champ. Or you are my sunshine. These small gestures speak volumes. They are messages of constant love. Leo finds them every day. They brighten his lunchtime. They reassured him of his father's presence. Thomas often makes pancakes on Saturday mornings. It is their special ritual. He wakes up even earlier than usual. He mixes the batter with care. He flips the pancakes perfectly. The aroma fills the small apartment. Leo wakes up to this wonderful smell. He runs into the kitchen. His eyes are wide with excitement. Thomas watches him eat with quiet joy. He sips his black coffee. He savors these shared moments. They are already. They are precious. They are the true reward. He mends Leo's clothes. He fixes broken toys. He helps with homework. He listens patiently to Leo's school stories. He attends every parent-teacher conference. He always finds time. He always makes an effort. Leo sees a devoted father. Leo sees a loving parent. Leo never sees the exhausted man. Leo never sees the man on the verge of collapse. He shields Leo from the harsh realities. He creates a haven of normalcy. This is his silent vow. This is his unwavering promise. Life offers no guarantees. Challenges always arise. Thomas faces many struggles. Unpaid bills sometimes pile up. His worn shoes develop holes. Meals are often skipped. He goes without. He endures. He never lets Leo witness these hardships. He keeps the worries locked away. They reside deep within him. He pays the rent first. He buys Leo new clothes. He ensures Leo has enough food. He makes sure Leo has school supplies. These are his non-negotiables. These are his priorities. He opens the utility bills. His brow furrows slightly. The numbers are daunting. He recalculates his meager earnings. He adjusts his already tight budget. He often skips his own lunch. He sometimes eats only a light dinner. He tells Leo he already ate. He says he is not hungry. He masters the art of deceptive reassurance. He always manages to find a way. He always makes ends meet. He always protects Leo. His determination is fierce. It is unyielding. His old car starts to falter. It needs expensive repairs. He walks to work for a month. He takes extra bus, transfers. He does not complain. He saves every extra dollar. He fixes the car eventually. It is essential for his delivery job. It is crucial for his schedule. He ensures Leo never notices the absence. He ensures Leo never knows the struggle. He makes it seem normal. He makes it seem effortless. This quiet sacrifice is his daily bread. Sometimes the apartment feels cold. The old heating system is inefficient. Thomas keeps the thermostat low. He bundles Leo in extra blankets. He makes hot chocolate for Leo. He tells stories by lamplight. He creates a cozy atmosphere. He conserves energy diligently. He conserves money. He never lets Leo feel deprived. He turns every potential hardship into a small adventure. His ingenuity is endless. His love is boundless. His own health sometimes suffers. He ignores the aches. He dismisses the pains. He attributes them to hard work. He pushes through. He rarely sees a doctor. He cannot afford the time off. He cannot afford the expense. He takes over-the-counter pain relievers. He relies on sheer willpower. He relies on his deep love for Leo. He must keep going. He has no other choice. This path is his alone. Leo is a perceptive child. He is sensitive. He is observant. He begins to notice small things. He is not through dramatic scenes. He is not through overt revelations. He sees them through soft observations. He sees them through subtle shifts. He senses the quiet burden his father carries. He picks up on unspoken cues. A child's intuition is sharp. It often sees what adults hide. He notices his father's hands. They are rough. They are perpetually tired. They are covered in faint scars. He sees his father rub his temples. It is a weary gesture. He sees his father's eyes. They are sometimes shadowed. They betray a deep tiredness. He sees these things in fleeting moments. He sees them when his father thinks he is not watching. He pieces together these small clues. He begins to understand. His father leaves very early. He returns very late. He asks questions. Why do you always leave before I wake up, Dad? Thomas provides simple explanations. I have important work to do, son. Leo accepts these answers. He still wonders. A tiny seed of doubt is planted. It begins to grow. Leo notices the packed lunches. They're always good. They're always thoughtful. He sees his father eating simple meals. They are often microwaved. They are sometimes just leftovers. He offers to share his own food. Thomas always refuses gently. No, son, that's all for you. Leo senses the sincerity. He recognizes the selflessness. A new understanding dawns slowly. He sees his father's shoes. They are old. They are patched. They are clearly well-loved. He remembers getting new shoes every year. His father's sacrifice becomes clearer. He connects the dots. He sees the disparity. He understands the hidden meaning. His heart begins to ache. It aches with a new kind of sorrow. It aches with a growing empathy. Leo starts to listen more carefully. He hears his father's quiet movements. He hears the creak of the floorboards. He hears the soft click of the door. He wakes up before his father leaves. He pretends to be asleep. He watches his father go. He sees the weary slump of his father's shoulders. He sees the quiet determination in his stride. He begins to comprehend. His father carries a heavy weight. One morning, Thomas feels unusually unwell. A fever grips him. His body aches intensely. His head throbs with pain. He tries to get up. He struggles to stand. His legs feel like lead. He knows he cannot miss work. He has to push through. He has never taken a sick day. He cannot afford to now. The consequences are too dire. Leo wakes up early. He senses something is wrong. The usual morning sounds are absent. He finds his father in bed. Thomas is pale. He is sweating. He is shivering. Leo feels a surge of fear. He feels a wave of concern. He has never seen his father like this. His father is always strong. His father is always invincible. Dad, are you okay? Leo asks. His voice is small. It is filled with worry. Thomas tries to smile. He tries to reassure his son. Just a little tired, champ. I'll be fine. His voice is weak. It is unconvincing. Leo knows he is not fine. He understands the gravity of the situation. Thomas forces himself out of bed. He moves slowly. He moves deliberately. He struggles to get dressed. Leo watches him in silence. A decision forms in Leo's young mind. He wants to help. He needs to help. He must help his father. This moment marks a profound shift. It changes everything for Leo. Thomas goes to work. He pushes through the day. The fever makes every task harder. He feels dizzy. Ethel's weak. He relies on sheer force of will. He relies on years of conditioning. His colleagues notice his pallor. They offer worried glances. He dismisses their concerns. He insists he is okay. Meanwhile, back at the apartment, Leo springs into action. He makes his own breakfast. He cleans up his dishes. He tidies his room. He makes his bed with care. He gathers the dirty clothes. He puts them in the hamper. He waters the small plant on the windowsill. He begins to understand household duties. He takes on these responsibilities. He prepares his own lunch for school. He packs his backpack. He makes sure he has everything. He leaves a note for his father. "Hope you feel better, Dad. I cleaned up." His handwriting is a little messy. His intentions are pure. He wants to ease his father's burden. He wants to show his love. When Thomas returns home, he is utterly drained. The fever has worsened. He feels utterly defeated. He opens the door. He notices the neatness. The apartment looks tidy. He sees the note on the kitchen counter. He reads Leo's words. A wave of emotion washes over him. A tear escapes his eye. It traces a path down his tired cheek. It is a tear of profound gratitude. Leo is waiting for him. He helps his father to the sofa. He brings him a glass of water. He covers him with a blanket. "You should rest, Dad," Leo says softly. His voice is mature. It is filled with compassion. Thomas looks at his son. He sees a young man emerging. He sees understanding in Leo's eyes. He sees an old soul. Thomas finally allows himself to rest. He closes his eyes. He feels the warmth of the blanket. He feels the gentle presence of his son. Leo sits beside him quietly. He reads a book. He does his homework. He keeps watch. The apartment is filled with a new kind of peace. It is a peace born of mutual care. It is a peace born of deep love. Thomas recovers slowly over the next few days. Leo continues to help around the house. He helps without being asked. He helps with a quiet dedication. He understands the unspoken agreement. He understands the hidden meaning. He is no longer just a child. He is a partner. He is a supporter. He is his father's comfort. One evening, after Thomas is feeling much better, Leo sits next to him. Thomas is preparing his lunch for the next day. Leo watches him for a moment. He gathers his courage. He has something important to say. His heart beats a little faster. This conversation is vital. "Dad," Leo begins, his voice soft. "I know you work really hard for me." Thomas pauses. He looks at Leo. A flicker of surprise crosses his face. He tries to dismiss it. "It's nothing, son. Just doing what dads do." He offers a reassuring smile. His smile does not quite reach his eyes. Leo shakes his head gently. "No, Dad. It's not nothing." He continues, "I see you leave before dawn. I see you come back when it's dark. I see how tired you are. I know you work 3 jobs." The words hang in the air. The truth is finally spoken. It is no longer a secret. Thomas freezes. His heart aches. He feels a complex mix of emotions, shame, sadness, and overwhelming love. He had tried so hard to hide it. He had wanted to protect Leo. He had wanted to shield him from the harsh realities. He had failed in his deception. He had succeeded in his love. Leo reaches out. He takes his father's rough hand. "Thank you, Dad," he says. His voice cracks slightly. Tears well up in his eyes. "Thank you for everything. Thank you for making sure I never went hungry. Thank you for making sure I always had what I needed." He squeezes his father's hand gently. Thomas pulls his hand away slowly. He turns to face his son fully. His eyes are glistening with unshed tears. He clears his throat. His voice is thick with emotion. "You shouldn't have to know this, Leo." He whispers, "I wanted to protect you." Leo looks up at his father. His own eyes are wet. "You did protect me, Dad," he says earnestly. "You always have. But I'm not a little kid anymore." Thomas pulls Leo into a tight embrace. It is a hug filled with unspoken words. It is a hug of profound understanding. It is a hug of shared burdens. They cling to each other for a long moment. The silence speaks volumes. It speaks of sacrifice. It speaks of love. It speaks of a bond strengthened by truth. From that day forward, something shifted between them. Leo's childhood innocence remained. A new layer of maturity was added. He saw his father not just as dad. He saw him as a hero. He saw him as a warrior. He saw him as a man facing immense odds. He saw him with deeper respect. He saw him with immense admiration. This realization ignited a spark within Leo. It was a spark of fierce determination. It was a desire to honor his father's sacrifice. He wanted to make it all worthwhile. Leo's grades improved dramatically. He studied with a newfound intensity. He understood education was a privilege. He understood it was a pathway. It was a way out of their current struggles. He spent hours in the local library. He devoured books on every subject. He sought knowledge relentlessly. He excelled in math and science. He displayed a natural aptitude for problem solving. His teachers noticed his dedication. They praised his focus. They acknowledged his rapid progress. He started helping Thomas even more. He would wake up earlier. He would help prepare his father's meager lunch. He would leave encouraging notes. He would ensure the apartment was spotless. He would even try to sneak a healthy snack into his father's bag. Thomas often found an apple or a granola bar. They were hidden amongst his sandwich. A silent understanding passed between them. These small acts were Leo's way of saying, I see you. I appreciate you. Love you. Leo also began to seek ways to earn money. He was too young for formal employment. He looked for odd jobs. He offered to walk neighbors' dogs. He raked leaves for elderly residents. He shoveled snow in the winter months. He saved every penny he earned. He did not spend it on toys. He did not spend it on candy. He put it aside for his father. He put it aside for their future. One evening, he presented Thomas with a small, crumpled wad of bills. It's for the car, Dad, he said shyly. Or for bills. Whatever you need. Thomas stared at the money. His throat tightened. He bent down. He hugged Leo fiercely once more. You don't have to do this, son. He whispered. Leo pulled back. He looked his father in the eye. Yes, I do, Dad. We're a team. Thomas realized then, his greatest sacrifice had borne his greatest strength. His son was truly extraordinary. The years passed. Thomas continued his grueling schedule. His body aged beyond its years. His spirit remained unbroken. Leo grew into a strong, intelligent young man. He excelled in high school. He became a star student. He was known for his quiet diligence. He was recognized for his unwavering determination. He never forgot his father's example. He never forgot the early mornings. He never forgot the late nights. He never forgot the aching hands. Leo applied for scholarships. He wrote powerful essays. He recounted his father's story. He shared their journey of quiet struggle. His essays resonated deeply. Admissions committees were moved. They saw his grit. They saw his resilience. They recognized his potential. He was offered a full scholarship. It was to a prestigious university. It was a dream come true. It was a testament to their shared efforts. He chose a field of study that intrigued him. He majored in mechanical engineering. He had always been fascinated by machines. He had always been curious about how things worked. He saw engineering as a way to innovate. He saw it as a way to create solutions. He saw it as a way to build a better world. He saw it as a path to honor his father's labor. He wanted to make work easier for others. He wanted to solve complex problems. The day Leo left for college was bittersweet. Thomas stood tall. He smiled proudly. He fought back tears. Leo hugged his father tightly. I'll make you proud, Dad, he promised. Thomas knew that his voice was thick. You already have, son. More than you'll ever know. Leo drove off. He looked back at his father. Thomas stood alone. He looked smaller now. He looked older. He looked incredibly proud. College life was demanding. Leo worked harder than ever. He balanced his studies. He maintained a part-time job. He worked in the university library. He worked in the campus lab. He sent money home to Thomas when he could. He called his father every Sunday. He shared his progress. He shared his struggles. He shared his dreams. Thomas listened patiently. He offered quiet encouragement. He remained his son's steadfast rock. Leo focused on robotics and automation. He understood the future of industry. He saw its potential. He saw its challenges. He envisioned a world where arduous tasks were automated. He wanted to improve working conditions. He wanted to enhance human efficiency. He wanted to design machines. He wanted them to lift the heavy burdens. He wanted them to alleviate the physical strain. He wanted them to do it for people like his father. This was his driving motivation. This was his ultimate goal. He excelled in his engineering courses. He participated in robotics competitions. His team won national awards. He developed innovative prototypes. His professors recognized his genius. They saw his passion. They saw his drive. They saw his potential to change the world. They offered him research opportunities. They connected him with industry leaders. They saw him as a rising star. During his senior year, Leo embarked on his most ambitious project. He designed an advanced robotic arm. It was specifically for warehouse operations. It could lift, it could sort, it could organize heavy packages. It was designed to work alongside human employees. It was intended to reduce physical injury. It was aimed at improving overall productivity. He called it the Atlas arm. He named it after the Greek Titan. Atlas carried the weight of the world. His father carried the weight of their world. The Atlas arm prototype was revolutionary. It used advanced sensors. It incorporated machine learning algorithms. It adapted to various package sizes. It handled delicate items with precision. It could learn new tasks quickly. It reduced the physical strain on workers significantly. It increased efficiency by an impressive 40%. This was a technological breakthrough. His university showcased the Atlas arm. Industry giants attended the presentation. They were highly impressed. They saw its commercial viability. They recognized its profound impact. Several companies approached Leo. They offered him lucrative job opportunities. They offered him funding for his startup. They wanted to invest in his vision. They saw the future in his design. Leo graduated with highest honors. He accepted a position with a leading robotics company. It was a company known for its ethical practices. It was a company committed to worker welfare. He insisted on incorporating social responsibility. He wanted to ensure his technology benefited humanity. He wanted to ensure it did not displace workers. He wanted it to empower them. He dedicated his first few years to refining the Atlas arm. He worked tirelessly. He improved its capabilities. He made it more user-friendly. He focused on safety features. His dedication was unwavering. His vision was clear. He wanted his creation to serve. He wanted it to protect. He wanted it to improve lives. The Atlas arm launched commercially. It was an instant success. Warehouses worldwide adopted the technology. It transformed the logistics industry. It reduced workplace injuries by a staggering 60%. It significantly improved job satisfaction. Workers could focus on higher-level tasks. They could engage in problem-solving. They could supervise the robots. They were no longer subjected to back-breaking labor. Leo became a respected figure in the tech world. He was invited to speak at conferences. He was featured in prestigious magazines. He was hailed as an innovator. He was praised as a visionary. He never forgot his roots. He never forgot his motivation. He often spoke of his father. He spoke of his father's quiet strength. He spoke of his father's endless sacrifice. He credited his father for his success. With his newfound success, Leo ensured Thomas could finally retire. He bought them a beautiful, comfortable home. It was a home with a small garden. Thomas had always wanted a garden. He insisted his father stop working. He provided for him completely. He repaid every single sacrifice. He showered his father with love. He showered him with comfort. He showered him with gratitude. Thomas struggled with retirement at first. He had known only work. He had known only toil. He felt a strange emptiness. He felt a lingering restlessness. Leo encouraged him. He told him to embrace this new chapter. He urged him to pursue his own passions. He reminded him of his own quiet heroism. Thomas started volunteering at a local community center. He mentored young boys. He taught them basic carpentry. He taught them practical skills. He shared his life experiences. He instilled in them a strong work ethic. He inspired them with his gentle wisdom. He found a new purpose. he found a new sense of fulfillment. A filled balued. Felt needed. He finally started that garden. He planted vibrant flowers. He grew fresh vegetables. He spent hours tending to his plants. He found peace in the soil. He found joy in watching things grow. He found a quiet contentment. It was a peace he had long deserved. It was a joy long overdue. One day, Thomas visited one of the warehouses. It was a warehouse that employed the Atlas arm. Leo arranged the visit. Thomas walked through the familiar space. It was no longer filled with the same arduous labor. The Atlas arms whirred gently. They moved heavy pallets with ease. Human workers supervised. They maintained the machines. They ensured smooth operations. Their faces were relaxed. Their bodies were not hunched over. Their hands were not calloused. Thomas watched in silence. Tears welled up in his eyes. He saw his own past. He saw his own struggles. He saw the transformation. He saw the future. He saw his son's legacy. Leo stood beside him. He placed a hand on his father's shoulder. "This is for you, Dad," Leo said softly. "For all the Thomases out there." Thomas turned. He hugged his son tightly. "You did it, son," he whispered. "You truly did it." The Atlas arm was more than a machine. It was a symbol of hope. It represented progress. It embodied compassion. It showed how technology could serve humanity. It showed how it could elevate lives. It proved that innovation could be born from sacrifice. It demonstrated that it could be driven by love. Leo continued to innovate. He founded his own company. He called it Viridian Technologies. Viridian meant greed. It meant new growth. It meant freshness. He focused on sustainable robotics. He aimed to solve global challenges. He tackled food scarcity. He addressed climate change. He used his platform for good. His company developed agricultural robots. These robots optimized crop yields. They reduced water usage. They minimized pesticide application. They helped farmers in developing countries. They provided food security. They brought prosperity. His designs were elegant. They were efficient. They were environmentally conscious. He also ventured into medical robotics. He created assistive devices. These devices helped people with disabilities. They improved their quality of life. They provided independence. His innovations were changing the world. They touched countless lives. They offered boundless hope. Leo never forgot his humble beginnings. He never lost his sense of gratitude. He funded scholarships for underprivileged students. He mentored young engineers. He shared his story freely. He inspired others to pursue their dreams. He encouraged them to make a difference. He emphasized empathy. He stressed hard work. He spoke of perseverance. Thomas often attended Leo's public speaking events. He sat in the front row. His eyes beamed with pride. He listened as Leo spoke. He heard him acknowledge his father's sacrifices. He heard him articulate his vision. He heard him inspire thousands. Thomas knew his struggle was not in vain. He knew his silent sacrifices had bloomed. They had blossomed into something extraordinary. Their small apartment remained untouched. It was a testament to their past. It was a reminder of their journey. Leo kept it as a personal sanctuary. He visited often. He reflected on the path they had walked. He remembered the simple meals. He recalled the shared stories. He remembered the enduring love. Leo built a foundation. He named it the Thomas Foundation. It supported single-parent households. It provided educational resources. It offered financial assistance. It aimed to ease the burdens. It aimed to uplift families. It was a direct reflection of his own life. It was a living tribute to his father. The foundation helped thousands of families. It provided school supplies. It offered tutoring programs. It granted scholarships. It gave hope. It gave opportunity. It changed trajectories. It broke cycles of poverty. It empowered communities. Thomas and Leo often sat in Thomas's garden. They sipped coffee. They watched the sunset. They talked for hours. They spoke of the past. They spoke of the future. They relished the present. Their bond was unbreakable. It was forged in adversity. It was strengthened by love. It was sealed by shared purpose. Thomas's hands were still calloused. They were no longer from heavy labor. They were from tending his garden. They were from shaping wood. They were from helping others. His eyes still held a quiet wisdom. They were no longer shadowed by fatigue. They shone with peace. They shone with contentment. Leo's work was his passion. He found joy in creation. He found purpose in service. He found meaning in impact. He built a legacy. He built a better world. He built it one invention at a time. He built it one act of kindness at a time. He built it fueled by a father's love. He built it inspired by a father's sacrifice. Their story became a legend. It was told in classrooms. It was shared in boardrooms. It was whispered in homes. It was a tale of quiet heroism. It was a narrative of profound love. It was an anthem of relentless determination. It was a testament to the power of a dream. It was a tribute to the human spirit. It underscored that true success is not measured in wealth. It is measured in the lives we touch. It is measured in the burdens we ease. It is measured in the legacy we leave. Leo stood on a grand stage. He accepted a global humanitarian award. The applause was deafening. He looked out at the vast audience. He saw his father in the front row. He smiled warmly. He began his acceptance speech. "My father taught me everything," he said. His voice was strong. His voice was clear. His voice was filled with emotion. "He showed me what it means to truly work. He showed me what it means to truly love. He showed me what it means to truly sacrifice." He spoke of the early mornings. He spoke of the late nights. He spoke of the worn shoes. He spoke of the quiet meals. He spoke of the reassuring notes. He painted a vivid picture. He shared their journey honestly. He highlighted the strength found in adversity. He showcased the power of unconditional love. He introduced Thomas to the audience. Thomas rose slowly. He received a standing ovation. He looked a little overwhelmed. He looked incredibly proud. Leo embraced him on stage. It was a powerful moment. It was a culmination of their journey. It was a recognition of unsung heroes. The world learned Thomas's story. It learned of his quiet courage. It learned of his selfless devotion. It learned of his unwavering commitment. He became an inspiration. He became a symbol. He became a reminder. A father's love can move mountains. It can forge futures. It can inspire greatness. It can change the world. Leo continued his address. He spoke about the future of technology. He spoke about its ethical applications. He spoke about its potential to alleviate suffering. He spoke about empowering individuals. He spoke about fostering equality. His vision was compelling. His passion was infectious. His message resonated deeply. He reiterated his belief. True innovation serves humanity. It does not just seek profit. It aims for collective betterment. It strives for a more just world. It lifts up the vulnerable. It creates opportunities for all. This was his guiding principle. This was his unwavering philosophy. His final words were for his father. "Dad," he said, his voice softer now. "You gave me everything. You gave me the courage to dream. You gave me the strength to build. You gave me the heart to care." Thomas's eyes welled up again. A tear escaped. It traced a familiar path. It was a tear of profound joy. It was a tear of ultimate fulfillment. It was a tear for a journey completed. It was a tear for a love that endured. It was a tear for a dream realized. It was a tear for a son who never forgot. The applause swelled once more. It echoed through the grand hall. Leo bowed his head slightly. He shared the moment with his father. Thomas stood beside him. He felt the overwhelming warmth of the crowd. He felt the immense pride in his son. This was a dream realized. This was a life's work validated. After the ceremony, countless people approached them. They wanted to shake their hands. They wanted to share their own stories. They spoke of struggles. They spoke of perseverance. They spoke of the quiet heroes in their own lives. Leo and Thomas listened patiently. They offered kind words. They shared genuine smiles. Their story had touched many hearts. It had resonated deeply with diverse audiences. A prominent journalist interviewed them backstage. She wanted to capture their raw emotion. She wanted to delve deeper into their bond. "Mr. Thomas," she began softly, "what does this moment mean to you?" Thomas paused. He looked at Leo. His eyes twinkled. "It means everything." A sighed simply. "It means every sacrifice was worth it. It means love truly wins." His voice was gentle. It was filled with deep conviction. Leo added his perspective. "It's a testament to hope," he stated. "It's proof that, even in the darkest times, light can be found. It's proof that a parent's love is the most powerful force on earth." Their words were profound. They were heartfelt. They were broadcast worldwide. They touched even more lives. They inspired millions. The following days were a whirlwind. News channels carried their story. Documentaries were proposed. Books were commissioned. Thomas and Leo became global figures. They represented the best of humanity. They embodied resilience. They personified the spirit of sacrifice. They epitomized unconditional love. Leo made sure his father experienced all the joys. He took Thomas on trips around the world. They visited historical sites. They explored vibrant cultures. Thomas, who had rarely left their small town, marveled at everything. He saw ancient ruins. He saw bustling metropolises. He saw majestic natural wonders. Each new experience was a gift. Each new sight was a treasure. Leo watched his father's face. He saw the wonder in his eyes. He felt a deep sense of satisfaction. Thomas never forgot his roots. He brought back small souvenirs. He shared stories with his old neighbors. He talked about his travels. He spoke of the people he met. He remained humble. He remained grounded. He always returned to his garden. He always returned to his community center. These places were his anchors. These activities were his joy. The Tomaski Foundation grew exponentially. It received significant donations. It expanded its reach globally. It built schools in underserved communities. It established vocational training programs. It provided microloans to single parents. It created a ripple effect of positive change. It empowered countless individuals. It transformed entire communities. Leo ensured that the foundation operated with transparency. He insisted on ethical practices. He oversaw its growth personally. He balanced his corporate responsibilities. He managed his philanthropic endeavors. His days were long. They were incredibly fulfilling. He often thought of his father's work ethic. It was a constant source of inspiration. Viridian Technologies continued its innovative trajectory. Leo led the company with a clear vision. They developed new forms of clean energy. They pioneered advancements in sustainable agriculture. They created intelligent urban planning systems. Their solutions addressed pressing global issues. Their impact was far-reaching. Their influence was transformative. Leo and Anya married in a small, intimate ceremony. It was held in Thomas's garden. The flowers were in full bloom. The air was filled with love. Thomas walked Anya down the aisle. His arm was linked through hers. He beamed with paternal pride. It was a day of immense joy. It was a celebration of new beginnings. Soon after, Leo and Anya had their first child. It was a healthy baby boy. They named him Thomas Jr. Thomas was overjoyed. He held his grandson with tender hands. He saw the future in his eyes. He felt a profound sense of continuity. The cycle of love continued. The legacy extended to a new generation. Thomas Jr. grew up hearing stories. He heard about his grandfather's quiet heroism. He heard about his father's unwavering dedication. He learned about resilience. He learned about empathy. He learned about the power of dreams. He was raised in an environment of love. He was surrounded by inspiration. He was taught to give back. Thomas enjoyed his role as a grandfather. He taught Thomas Jr. how to tend the garden. He showed him how to plant seeds. He explained the wonders of growth. He shared his life lessons. He imparted his gentle wisdom. He read him stories. He shared his quiet observations. He showed him the beauty of simple things. Leo often observed his father and son together. He saw the same spark. He saw the same quiet determination. He saw the same loving spirit. He realized the true depth of his father's influence. It extended far beyond his own life. It reached into the future. It shaped generations. The Atlas arm technology evolved. It became even more sophisticated. It integrated advanced AI. It adapted to complex environments. It continued to improve working conditions. It liberated millions from arduous labor. It was a global standard. It was a testament to Leo's initial vision. It was a constant reminder of his father's sacrifice. Thomas witnessed the full scope of his son's impact. He saw the schools. He saw the hospitals. He saw the sustainable cities. He saw the world becoming a better place. He knew his efforts, however small they seemed, had laid the groundwork. He knew his love, however quiet, had provided the fuel. One crisp autumn afternoon, Thomas sat in his garden. He was surrounded by the vibrant colors of fall. He watched Thomas Jr. play. Leo and Anya sat nearby. They talked softly. Thomas felt a deep sense of peace. He felt complete. His journey had been long. It had been challenging. It had been incredibly rewarding. He closed his eyes for a moment. He remembered the early mornings. He remembered the cold air. He remembered the heavy boxers. He remembered the weary body. He also remembered Leo's bright smile. He remembered the shared pancakes. He remembered the quiet moments of reading. He remembered the strength that love provided. He opened his eyes. He looked at his family. He saw the love. He saw the joy. He saw the future. A gentle smile spread across his face. It was a smile of contentment. It was a smile of gratitude. It was a smile of profound peace. His purpose had been fulfilled. His legacy lived on. His love continued to bloom. Thomas passed away peacefully in his sleep that winter. He was surrounded by his loved ones. His final days were filled with warmth. They were filled with affection. They were filled with quiet reflection. He left behind a powerful legacy. He left behind a world changed for the better. He left behind a family united by love. His funeral was a celebration of life. It was attended by countless individuals. They were from all walks of life. They were from every corner of the globe. They came to honor a quiet hero. They came to pay respects to a selfless man. Leo delivered the eulogy. His voice was steady. His words were heartfelt. "My father," Leo began, "was not a man of grand speeches. He was a man of grand actions. He built a future for me. He built it one weary step at a time. He taught me the true meaning of strength. He taught me the true meaning of love. He taught me that the greatest impact often comes from the quietest acts." He spoke of his father's 3 jobs. He spoke of his worn shoes. He spoke of the daily notes in his lunch. He spoke of the unwavering belief. He spoke of the boundless sacrifices. He shared intimate details. He painted a portrait of a true hero. His audience was deeply moved. Many wept openly. His hands were calloused. Leo continued. They were from lifting boxers. They were from turning soil. But they were also hands that held me tight. They were hands that guided me. They were hands that built a foundation of love. That foundation shaped my entire life. It shaped my vision. It shaped my company. It shaped my family. He concluded with a promise. "We will honor his memory. We will continue his work. We will carry his spirit forward. The Thomas Foundation will grow. Viridian Technologies will innovate. We will strive to make the world a place he would be proud of. We will ensure that no child ever feels the sting of hunger. We will ensure that every parent has the opportunity to dream for their children." The impact of Thomas's life transcended his physical presence. His story became a timeless tale. It was a beacon of hope. It was a testament to the power of one. It was a reminder that true greatness is found in service. It is found in empathy. It is found in unwavering love. Leo carried on his father's legacy. He integrated his values into every aspect of his life. He continued to lead Viridian Technologies. He guided the Thomas Foundation. He raised his son with the same principles. He ensured Thomas Jr. understood his heritage. He ensured he understood his responsibilities. Thomas Jr. grew up to be a compassionate leader. He joined Viridian Technologies. He brought new energy. He brought new ideas. He continued the family tradition of innovation. He continued the family tradition of service. He worked alongside his father. He learned from his wisdom. He absorbed his dedication. The company focused on technologies for societal advancement. They tackled issues of global disparity. They addressed challenges in education. They developed accessible healthcare solutions. Their reach expanded further. Their impact deepened. The name Viridian became synonymous with progress. It became synonymous with ethical innovation. The Thomas Foundation flourished under their combined leadership. It became a global force for good. Its programs touched millions of lives. It provided opportunities where none existed. It fostered a new generation of dreamers. It created a world where possibility bloomed. It ensured that Thomas's initial sacrifices resonated for generations. Years turned into decades. The story of Thomas and Leo became an enduring legend. It was told in history books. It was taught in business schools. It was whispered as a bedtime story. It was a narrative of quiet courage. It was an anthem of boundless love. It was a testament to the human spirit's capacity for greatness. Leo and Thomas Jr. often visited the original small apartment. It remained a cherished landmark. It was a symbol of their beginnings. They reflected on their journey. They remembered the simple meals. They recalled the shared stories. They remembered the enduring love. The apartment stood as a silent witness. It stood as a testament to their incredible path. The world had changed dramatically. Technologies had advanced beyond imagination. Yet, the core values remained. The principles of empathy, hard work, and sacrifice continued to inspire. They were the bedrock of their success. They were the essence of their legacy. Leo, now an elder statesman of innovation, gave a final public address. He spoke about the journey. He spoke about the challenges. He spoke about the triumphs. He looked out at the audience. He saw countless faces. He saw hope in their eyes. He saw the future. It all began with a father's love, he stated. His voice was seasoned. It was filled with gravitas. It began with a man who chose sacrifice. It began with a man who chose silent endurance. My father taught me that true wealth is not measured in possessions. It is measured in purpose. It is measured in impact. It is measured in love. He paused. He looked at Thomas Jr. He looked at his own grandchildren. The legacy of Thomas is not just in the machines we build, he affirmed. It is in the lives we touch. It is in the hope we ignite. It is in the world we strive to make better. This is his story. This is our story. This is the enduring power of a father's love. The final applause was not just for Leo. It was for Thomas. It was for the quiet warrior. It was for the silent architect of dreams. It was for the father who never stopped believing. It was for the son who never forgot. Their story was complete. Their legacy was eternal. It was a beacon for all time. Their story was complete. Their legacy was eternal. It was a beacon for all time. The narrative of Thomas and Leo continued to inspire. It became a cornerstone for motivational speakers. It served as a case study in business ethics. It was a staple in parenting seminars. The world embraced their journey. It found universal truths within their unique experience. It learned about the quiet power of perseverance. It learned about the transformative strength of love. Leo, now a revered figure, continued his leadership. He balanced his time between Viridian Technologies. He guided the Thomas Foundation. He always allocated time for his family. He nurtured his son's growth. He cherished his grandchildren. He ensured they understood their heritage. He ensured they embraced their responsibilities. Thomas Jr. grew into a formidable leader. He possessed his father's vision. He had his grandfather's quiet strength. He focused Viridian Technologies on new frontiers. He led initiatives in space exploration. He sought sustainable solutions for extraterrestrial colonization. He believed humanity's future lay beyond Earth. He envisioned a multi-planetary existence. His projects were ambitious. They were groundbreaking. They were driven by the same core values. They aimed to expand human potential. They sought to create a more equitable future. They were rooted in a deep sense of responsibility. This responsibility stemmed directly from his family's history. It was a legacy of service. The Thomas Foundation, under Thomas Jr.'s guidance, evolved further. It addressed global crises with renewed vigor. It focused on displaced populations. It provided resources for climate refugees. It developed innovative educational platforms. These platforms reached to remote corners of the globe. They empowered marginalized communities. They offered hope. They provided opportunity. Thomas Jr. often spoke of his grandfather. He spoke of his father. He emphasized their foundational lessons. He reminded audiences of humble beginnings. He stressed the importance of human connection. He advocated for ethical, technological advancement. His speeches were powerful. They were deeply moving. They carried the weight of a profound legacy. Leo, in his later years, found immense joy. He watched his son lead. He saw his values propagated. He observed the ripple effect of their life's work. He spent more time in his father's garden. He found peace amongst the blooming flowers. He found solace in the quiet solitude. He reflected on the incredible journey. Anya, his wife, remained his steadfast partner. She continued her groundbreaking neuroscience research. She contributed to Viridian's advancements in AI. She ensured their technologies served humanity. She remained a voice of compassion. She championed ethical considerations in all their ventures. Their partnership was a beacon of intellectual and emotional synergy. The family continued their tradition. They gathered in Thomas's garden. They shared meals. They told stories. They reinforced their bond. The garden became more than a place. It became a symbol. It represented growth. It symbolized resilience. It embodied enduring love. It was a sacred space for reflection. It was a place for shared dreams. Thomas Jr.'s own children grew up. They carried the torch. They inherited the spirit of innovation. They possessed a deep sense of social responsibility. They learned from their father. They learned from their grandfather. They embraced the family's mission. They understood their unique heritage. They recognized their profound responsibility. One of Thomas Jr.'s daughters, Elora, showed a remarkable aptitude. She displayed a passion for environmental science. She combined it with robotic engineering. She designed autonomous systems. These systems restored degraded ecosystems. They cleaned polluted oceans. They revitalized barren lands. Her work was revolutionary. It offered solutions to pressing ecological challenges. Ilara always credited her great-grandfather. She spoke of his connection to the earth. She spoke of his quiet cultivation of his garden. She saw her work as an extension of his love. It was a way to nurture the world. It was a way to restore balance. It was a living tribute to Thomas. Another grandchild, Marcus, gravitated towards global policy. He leveraged Viridian's data analytics capabilities. He developed predictive models for societal impact. He worked with governments. He worked with international organizations. He advocated for fair trade. He championed human rights. He sought to create a world where all could thrive. Marcus found inspiration in his great-grandfather's silent struggles. He understood the systemic barriers. He empathized with the vulnerable. He worked tirelessly to dismantle inequalities. He sought to create pathways for upward mobility. His grandfather, Leo, served as his primary mentor. He guided Marcus with wisdom. He instilled in him profound ethical principles. Viridian Technologies became an institution. It transcended its initial focus. It became a global force for positive change. Its mission expanded exponentially. It encompassed every facet of human endeavor. It sought to elevate existence. It aimed to foster universal well-being. It continued to be a pioneer. It remained a beacon of hope. The Atlas Arm, Thomas's initial inspiration, continued to evolve. It was now fully integrated into logistics. It ensured unparalleled efficiency. It guaranteed worker safety. It liberated human hands. It allowed for greater creativity. It became an ubiquitous symbol of progress. It was a testament to the idea technology could serve humanity. The Thomas Foundation was recognized worldwide. It received the Nobel Peace Prize. It was an acknowledgement of its global impact. It was a recognition of its unwavering commitment. Thomas Jr. accepted the award. He was accompanied by his siblings. He was joined by his own children. He dedicated the prize to his great-grandfather. He dedicated it to the countless unsung heroes. He spoke about the quiet strength. He spoke about the boundless love. He spoke about the profound sacrifices. He reiterated the core message. True legacy is not built in fame. It is not measured in wealth. It is forged in the lives we touch. It is rooted in the hearts we inspire. It blossoms in the future we create. Leo, watching from home, felt a deep sense of peace. His heart swelled with pride. He knew his father's dream had been realized. He knew his own efforts had borne fruit. He saw the world becoming a better place. He saw the continuous cycle of compassion. Igneo Thomas's spirit lived on. The small apartment, the genesis of their story, was preserved. It was turned into a museum. It housed artifacts from their journey. It displayed early prototypes of the Atlas arm. It showcased Thomas's worn shoes. It exhibited Leo's early sketches. It featured interactive exhibits. These exhibits told their incredible story. They explained the family's enduring values. Visitors came from all corners of the globe. They walked through the humble rooms. They learned about the quiet man. They discovered the visionary son. They were moved by the narrative. They left inspired. They left with a renewed sense of purpose. They carried the story in their hearts. The Thomas and Leo legacy became a movement. It encouraged individuals to identify. It urged them to support their own quiet heroes. It inspired communities to invest in their future. It fostered a global culture of empathy. It promoted ethical innovation. It championed sustainable progress. Generations passed. The names Thomas and Leo resonated through history. They were not just names. They were ideals. They were principles. They were a testament to the extraordinary power of ordinary lives. Their story remained a timeless epic. It celebrated the human spirit. It honored the profound bond between father and son. Leo, in his final moments, was surrounded by his loving family. He looked out at the garden. He saw the vibrant colors. He felt the gentle breeze. He closed his eyes. He saw his father's face. He heard his father's gentle voice. He knew he had fulfilled his promise. He had made his father proud. His passing was met with global mourning, yet it was also a celebration. It was a celebration of a life. It was a celebration of an enduring legacy. Thomas Jr. delivered the eulogy. He spoke of his father's unwavering dedication. He spoke of his grandfather's quiet sacrifice. He spoke of the continuous journey. My father and grandfather taught me everything, he affirmed. His voice was strong. It was filled with emotion. They showed me that true power lies not in control. It lies in service. It lies in love. Their legacy is not just our past. It is our present. It is our future. We will continue their work. We will carry their dream forward. We will strive for a world worthy of their sacrifice. The Thomas Foundation and Viridian Technologies continued their vital work. They remained at the forefront of global change. They were guided by the principles laid down. They were fueled by an unshakable love. They continued to transform lives. They continued to inspire generations. The story of Thomas and Leo was woven into the fabric of humanity. It transcended time. It transcended culture. It became an eternal narrative. It was a beacon of hope. It was a testament to courage. It was an anthem of love. It was a reminder that every life has meaning. Every sacrifice has purpose. Every act of kindness creates a ripple. It creates an endless wave of positive change. It leaves an indelible mark upon the world. Thank you for spending this gentle time with me. If this story brought you comfort, please consider liking and subscribing so more peaceful tales can reach you. Good night.